Hi guys, this is Miss Acton. I am teaching you reading this week, and to keep our videos nice and short so that you guys aren't spending forever looking at your screens, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the standard that we're working on this week with reading is moving into staying with informational standards or informational text. So text about real live animals, real life people, real life events, real life stuff. And I wanted to use a text that we were pretty familiar with. So not so much last week, but the week before, we were definitely focusing on okapis. Miss Acton read this passage to you if you followed along 2 weeks ago. I read this passage every single day, so you should have heard this 4 times that week. You're going to hear it again today. So I'm going to read this passage to you really quick, and then we're going to answer some who, what, when, where, why, and how questions with it. That's what the standard is, being able to read an informational text about okapis, giraffes, alligators, hurricanes, Martin Luther King Jr., any informational text, and being able to answer who, what, when, where, why, and how questions about them, but also being able to create and ask your own who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. So let's get started first by reading the text so that we can correctly answer the questions about it. Okapis. The okapi is a weird looking animal. It looks like the leftover parts of many different animals we know. It has the stripes of a zebra. Its neck is like a giraffe's, but not quite as long. Most of its body looks like a horse. Its horns look like giraffe horns on top of its head. It has a long, blue, sticky tongue in its mouth. Okapi are fun to look at, but they have more than just their looks. They are herbivores. They only eat plants. Some plants they eat are poisonous to humans. Okapis are good moms too. So we read our passage, and if you need to pause the video and read it again, or even rewind the video and listen to Ms. Acton reading it again so you really get a good idea, and then you'll be able to answer those questions a little bit better. So our first question is who starts with who, but to finish the question, Miss Acton's going to ask you who is this story about? So our options are to hear better, zebra stripes, when they have a baby, on the neck, eats plants, that S at the end, I got to read all the way through that word, eats plants, and okapis. So who is this text about? Okapis. Good, so we're going to put that right there. Next is what. What is on an okapi's legs? Well, I'm looking at the picture right here, and even the text tells me it has the stripes of a zebra, but then when you look at our visual, the thing that makes your eyes really happy, it shows you the zebra stripes are on their legs. So what is on their legs? Zebra stripes. When are okapis good moms? To hear better? When they have a baby? Yeah, I mean, you can't be a mom unless you have a baby. So when are okapis good moms? When they have a baby? What about on the neck? When are they good moms when on the neck? When they eat plants? Those don't make any sense. But when you have a baby, you definitely become a mom. So I bet that one's it. Where is an okapi's mane? Where is an okapi's mane? I didn't read anything about that in these words. There was nothing about a mane, but if you look at our visual, it says short mane and it's pointing to the back on the neck. Good. All right, so we got 2 more answers left. We got to hear better and eat plants. Why do okapis have big ears? They're big ears right here. Why do you think they have them? To eat plants? To hear better? That one would make complete sense. And then how do okapis stay healthy? They eat plants. They eat plants. Good. So again, the passages that you're going to be seeing in your classwork today, are not just going to have who, what, when, where, why, and how. They're going to have words going along with it, like who is this story about? What is the story talking about? They're going to have more words on them, but they're going to start with these main words right here. And you know that whenever it's saying where and when, it's probably talking about a time of day or a part of their life or like where they're at. So an Okapi lives in the forest. That would be a perfect where story. Where does an Okapi live? In the forest. But that's something that you can't really answer from this passage because it doesn't say anything about it. And even the visual doesn't have a picture of it. So think about that. But you should know how to read the very first word of each one of the questions for your passage today. So have fun. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher and work hard today, okay? See you guys.